Hello everyone and welcome to this very special episode of Draw with Rob. With me, Rob Biddulph. Now then, I'm a children's author and illustrator. Maybe you've seen some of my books. Have you seen that one? It's called Odd Dog Out. It's all about a sausage dog who doesn't fit in with the other sausage dogs. Look, everybody else looks exactly the same, all doing the same thing. But she is dancing to a different beat. And in the course of the story, she thinks, maybe I should go somewhere else where people are more like me. Sorry, not people, sausage dogs. Where sausage dogs are more like me. And in the course of going there, she realises something. She realises, actually, you know what? It's better to just be yourself. Blaze your own trail. Maybe you've seen my chapter books. The Peanut Jones books. These are about a little girl who finds a pencil. And it's a magic pencil. Whatever she realises that whatever she draws with that pencil, it becomes real. So if she draws an apple like that, you can pick that apple up. This isn't her, this is her friend Rockwell. You can pick that apple up and you can take a bite of it. And so this is the magic pencil, there it is. So she draws a door, walks through that door because the door becomes real, and she finds herself in an illustrated city and has all sorts of adventures, meets all sorts of cool characters. And look at this, 200 illustrations in this book. So if you've never read a chapter book before because you think they're a bit too daunting, this could be a good one for you because it's short chapters, lots of illustrations and lots of fun. But we are here today, of course, to do a drawing together. And as I said at the top of the episode, this is a very, very special episode of Draw with Rob because it's an Empathy Day special. Now, I've been working with my friends at Empathy Lab UK for the past few years. I do a video every single year. What have we done in the past? I remember drawing a sugar glider once, like a superhero sugar glider for Empathy Day. I did a bush baby. And last year I did the Good Karma Llama. So it was a lot of fun. I really like doing this because I'm really, really a keen advocate of all things empathetic. And why is empathy important? Do you know what empathy is? Maybe you don't know what empathy is. Well, if I was to define empathy, I would say it's the ability to kind of experience and maybe understand other people's feelings and points of view. So to put yourself in someone else's shoes, basically, which is a super, super important part of being a human. It's a really, really crucial life skill. And what's really interesting is that we can learn empathy. It's a learnable thing. How do we learn it? Well, my favourite way to learn empathy is through reading, because when we read a book, if you think about it, we sort of identify with the characters in the book, don't we? We sort of learn to see things from those characters' points of view. And so that is a great way of learning empathy, putting yourself in the shoes of the characters in your book. And you know what? It's never too late to start developing your empathy superpower, because empathy, do you know what? It's like a muscle. And the more we use it, the more it grows. So we've got to be more and more empathetic. But I thought today, instead of drawing a llama or a sugar glider or a bush babe or something like that, I'm going to be a bit more literal today. And I thought we should maybe have a go at drawing some feelings. Because I figured if we start, we're going to have to draw like sort of 4 faces. And I thought we would try and imagine how those particular characters that we draw are feeling. And then we're going to try and draw those feelings onto their faces via their expressions. And while we're doing that, it'll sort of teach you a little bit of how we show emotions on our cartoon characters' faces. So what do you think? Does that sound like a good plan? Jolly good. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. Piece of paper, a pen or a pencil, something to draw with. Something to colour with, maybe a bit later. It's up to you. If you haven't got anything to colour with, you can just shade it in using your pencil. That's absolutely fine. But I'll tell you how Draw with Rob works. Because lots of people say to me, I don't think I'm very good at drawing. I'm rubbish at drawing, Rob. And I say, well, that's nonsense, because everybody can draw. And who's to say what's good and what's bad? There's no right or wrong answer with drawing. It's not like maths. So I say everybody can draw. Okay, maybe some people need a bit of help with the order that we do that drawing in, right? And that's where I come in, because we're going to break this drawing down into little bite-sized pieces. Okay, so that might mean I draw a little shape or a line or a dot or something like that on my piece of paper. Pause me and just copy what I do. Okay, start me up again. I will draw a bit more. Pause me, you draw. I draw, you draw. I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw, I draw, you draw, and by the end, in no time at all, in fact, you're going to have a drawing, hopefully, that you're very, very proud of, showing lots of different emotions on various characters' faces. Right, so put my teeth in, and we will start. Okay. Oh, one thing to tell you, if yours doesn't end up looking exactly like mine, please don't worry. It's not meant to. You're going to put a bit of your own personality and your own character into your drawing. That's what we do. Every drawing is like a fingerprint. It's unique to you, and that's the beauty of art. Okay. If you make a mistake, keep on drawing. Don't screw your paper up. Start again. Keep going. I don't rub stuff out. I just keep on drawing. Often it's those little mistakes that add the character to your drawing. So please don't worry about that at all. Right, so we are going to draw 4. I'm going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I draw. We're going to do very, very, very simple cartoon faces. If you like, you can customize yours so they look a little bit more like you. But mine are just going to be really, really simple. And because the most important thing is I want to show you how to put emotions on these characters' faces. So this is how we're going to draw the heads today. Okay, we are going to do sort of like a circle head, but with a little, I'm going to say like a funnel at the bottom. Like that. It looks a bit like a kind of a glass, doesn't it? Like a wine glass or something. But that's how we're going to do the heads. Okay, so let's do 4 of those first of all. So we do another one here. So you go up, then you go out to the side, then you go up again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You notice I'm not joining them up at the top, and that's because I thought we'd give them all different hairstyles, because that might be quite fun as well. There we go. There's our 4 head shapes. Let's add some ears. Let's do the ears first of all. This is how I'm doing ears with these characters. Now I draw human characters in lots and lots of different ways. I keep changing my mind. The thing about art and drawing is you can evolve your style. You can change the way you draw things and sort of mix it up and keep it varied. And at the moment, this is how I am drawing children. So we're going to add ears onto the side of each. So they're basically, it's like a C shape and a D shape on each side. So like so. You know how I do the inside bits of ears, don't you? We've talked about this before. I always do them as a swirl. So we go wee, like that. Because if you think about it, if you have a look in the mirror at your own ears, they're really complicated, aren't they? There's loads of sort of creases and folds and all sorts of things. So I just really simplify it and add a swirl. And the main reason being that I just really like drawing swirls. If you have a look at my, I'm going to see if I can find, here you go. Look at my signature on the book, my logo. Swirly, swirly, swirly bits all over the place. So yeah, I just like drawing swirls. So there we go. This looks funny, doesn't it? Okay, should we add some hairstyles? Right. Let's see, what should we do for this one? Now you don't have to follow me here. You can do whatever you like. As I said, maybe you want to make this one look like you, this one look like your mum, this one look like your dad, and this one look like your best friend. But it's totally up to you. But I will show you 4 different hairstyles and things to do if you want, but don't feel like you have to. Okay, this one we're gonna do. I'm gonna do like a line going up there, and then another one going down there. Then we're going to carry on the head in this one, so it goes around the top. So we've got a sort of centre parting going on, and then why don't we add a couple of pigtails behind, so it's like the hair's been tied back. So what we do for the pigtails, we add a little like hair boggle thing on each side, and then we're just going to add one like that, and one like that. That is character number 1's hairstyle. Right, what should I do for character number 2? Let's have a think about it. I think I'm going to do some curly hair for this one. So what we're going to do here, from the top right hand side, we're going to start doing some sort of bubbly shapes. Bloop, 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 like that. And then from behind the ear, we're going to come out. It's going to be like this character. Let's say this one's a boy, I think. He's going to have like a cloud on his head. Big curly hair. Cute! Okay, let's go down to this one now, because I'm worried about smudging. This character I'm going to give a hairband to. So we're going to go around like so, carrying on the head shape. But then I'm going to do another line following that head shape around, like so. And then we're going to do, this is going to be fun. I'm going to do a nice big splodgy hair. So I'm using my brush pen here, and I'm going to just do the hair sort of in a big black splodge like that. And can you see I'm sort of using my brush to make the sort of hair texture, because I suppose it's hairs in the brush, right? So if you do that, you can sort of get a nice hair texture going on in this shape. Cool. And then what shall I do for the last one? I think, what should we do, guys? What should we do? Should we just do a nice side parting, a neat side parting? Okay, so in that case, we can come around the top again, like that. And then we'll do a line coming down there, tucking behind that ear. And then we'll do another line going up there. So it sort of meets like so. I'm not going to do any more texture, but I will do just 3 little strands there of hair, kind of stick it up. Okay, so there are 4 templates. Now then, we're going to add this thing. So I think in all these instances, because the thing that gives somebody expression, right, is the mouth. Very, very important. The eyes, they're important too. But I almost think the main thing is the eyebrows, you know. Eyebrows, especially when you're drawing cartoon characters like this, eyebrows are so important if you want to show the world how these characters are feeling. So actually, the only thing that doesn't really change is the nose. Okay, so let's just draw some noses in. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do them fairly low down. This one I'm just going to do is a little kind of shape like that, a cute little button nose. This chap, let's do a slightly different nose shape here. Ooh. We're going to do what we'll do a little kind of D shape like that, right in the middle, and then we're just going to at the top just curve it around a little bit. So a little nose shape like so. We'll do the same down here. Maybe this guy's can go the other way. Remember, just a tiny little C shape this time. And then we curve up. And then, last but not least, let's do another little button nose, shall we? Slightly lower down. So I've left lots of space around these characters so that I can add their expressions. Okay, so let's think about what we're going to draw. First of all, I think this girl here with the pigtails, she is feeling happy, okay? So we're going to start with a nice, easy one. Happiness, okay? When you think of happiness, what's the first thing you think of? A big, smiley mouth, right? So we're going to draw a nice, smiley mouth. So right under the nose, directly under it, draw a little smile shape like that. This character is going to be super happy, so we're going to do her showing her teeth. So we're going to turn that sort of smile shape into almost like a baked bean shape, like that. So really, really happy. If we add some teeth, we'll do some teeth coming down like this on the top, and then maybe even a few teeth at the bottom, like that. And then just colouring around. And we've got a lovely smiley mouth. Super happy. Now I'm going to show you a little trick here with eyes, because I'm just going to use dots for eyes in the main with these, but this girl, because she's so happy, her eyes are sort of closing. So what I'm going to do, just above the nose, I'm just going to do 2 little shapes very similar to the nose, like that, and it makes it look like the character's eyes are sort of almost shut because she's so happy. She looks like she's really laughing, doesn't she? And then the pièce de résistance, the final touch, eyebrows, and we're going to put those eyebrows right up here, like so. And a lovely, happy character. Now, this is just the start really, because when I'm going to colour these characters in, we can do some things with the colouring as well that kind of heightens the emotions in various ways, and I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But this is a good start, right? So a nice happy character. Now let's go, where should we go now? Shall we go, let's go to this person here. I think I'm going to try and make this person embarrassed, okay? Because sometimes I get very embarrassed sometimes, and it's one of those things. I think whenever you see one of your friends looking embarrassed, you should really do your best to try and dispel that embarrassment. Maybe, you know, if say I was walking down the road and I tripped over, or if I was walking down the road with one of my daughters and they tripped over, I would then pretend to trip over myself or something so that I was also embarrassed. It might make them feel a bit better. And I think it's, you know, it's a nice thing to recognise when someone's embarrassed, because you can actually do something about it to help them. So we're going to draw an embarrassed face here today. Now this one is a bit more tricky, okay? So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to draw, we'll start with the mouth again. Now I think when you're embarrassed, you sort of do an awkward smile with your mouth, don't you? But the smile just isn't quite smiley enough. So we're going to draw a similar shape to before, but it's a bit more, it's not quite as upturned at the ends. It's like that. And this particular character is just doing a great big sort of cheesy grin, which isn't very convincing. Like so. Then we're going to add the eyes. Now we're just going to do dots for eyes this time. So we're going to put them very, very close to the nose, like that. Very cute. And then because this character is a bit embarrassed, we're going to do the eyebrows going up in the middle, like this. Make them a bit thicker this time. Going up in the middle to meet in the middle like this, and it just makes the character look a little bit kind of worried. If that smile was genuine, the eyebrows would be like hers, going all the way up. So we're just going to do it like that. I tell you what I might do. I'm going to do a missing tooth here on this character, because these are children, right? Might have lost a tooth along the way, and it always makes characters look a little bit cuter when you do that as well. Okay, so there we go. That's the beginnings of an embarrassed face. But when you think about embarrassment, what's the first thing you think of in terms of a face? I think of blushing, red cheeks. That's what I think of. So we're really going to heighten the embarrassment of this character is feeling when we do our colouring in, because we can add lovely red rosy cheeks. Okay, next, what should we do? Should we do this character here? Should we do them looking a little bit worried? Okay, so first of all, we're going to do the mouth slightly downturned, because they're worried, and very small, like that. I think that's what happens when you're worried. Your lips sort of purse like that. So that's a good sign to recognise someone's worried. They've got very tight lips because they're worrying about everything. And then we're going to do the two eyes there. That's a worried expression, isn't it? And again, we're going to do the eyebrows going up in the middle like that, maybe even steeper than we did the last one. Look at that worry, poor girl, she looks so worried. And then the real sign of worry is like wrinkles up there in the forehead, because you're so worried, your forehead's gone all wrinkly. So there we go, that's how we're going to draw worried. And then what other emotions could we do? So we've got happiness, we have got embarrassment, we've got worried. Should we do crossness? Should we do anger? We're going to make this chap here very, very cross indeed. So the first thing we're going to do is the mouth. We're going to do a mouth like that. Not very happy at all. Thin-lipped, slightly downturned. Then we're going to do our eyes. Remember, we're doing the eyes right next to the nose. I like drawing characters like this. I like keeping all the features very, very close together, because it just kind of enhances the cuteness. In fact, let's make that mouth a little bit longer. Now, doesn't really look angry at the moment, does he? He just looks a bit sort of miserable. But what are we going to do to make him angry? That's right. You got it. We are going to add very angry eyebrows coming down in the middle like so. Oh, he looks cross. I wonder what's made him so cross. If you make these ones a bit thicker. There we go. Woo! I would not want to be on the wrong side of him if he's feeling that cross. So there we go. 4 faces, and just by slightly changing the eyebrows and the mouths and the eyes, they are displaying 4 totally different emotions. We've got happiness, we've got embarrassment, we've got anger, and we've got worry. So now I'm going to colour these characters in, and I'll talk about that afterwards. I'll show you how I've heightened all the emotions with the colouring. So I'm going to go into super speed mode to do that. So I'm going to see you back here in about 20 seconds. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so there are my 4 faces, each one showing a different emotion. So we had happiness, do you remember? Happiness. We had embarrassment, we had worry, and then we had anger. So what I've done with the colour, I've tried to enhance each of them. So for example, this little girl here is very, very happy, so I've just slightly flushed her cheeks. So just got a blush of happiness in there. This guy here is so embarrassed, he's much more blushy in his cheeks, so very, very red cheeks there, and I had a few freckles and things like that, just a bit more character on his face. And then she, again, they all seem to have they've all got slight blushes to their cheeks here, but she's worried, so I've just kind of enhanced the worry lines there across her head. And then the angry chap is overall, he's just a little bit pinker than everyone else. All the blood is rushing to his head as he gets kind of crosser and crosser. So I like to think, when I look at these characters, I sort of think, well, what's caused these emotions on their faces? What's made her happy? What's made him embarrassed? What's made her worried? And what's made him angry? And I think if we ask those questions, then that is displaying a form of empathy. It's certainly the first steps towards being empathetic with these people. If you try and understand why they are feeling the way they are, then that is what empathy is all about. So I have to do one more thing, don't I? I need to sign my drawing. Let's sign it down here. Rob Biddulph. Make sure you sign your lovely drawings, because I really hope you're proud of them, and I hope that you've maybe drawn self-portraits. One of these characters is you, one of them is maybe your best friend or your cousin or your brother or your sister or your mum or your dad or whoever, your grandparents. That would be fun. These are just example characters that I've drawn for you, and I hope you've had a little think about why they are feeling the way that they are feeling. Now guys, it's Empathy Day, and this year Empathy Day has been extended into a 10-day Empathy Day festival running from the 2nd to the 12th of June, and Empathy Day itself will close the festival on the 12th of June, and you guys can get involved. So schools, bookshops, libraries, they can all register for their free resources to take part in the Empathy Day celebrations by going to this website right now. And on the website Empathy Lab, they're sharing loads and loads of fabulous author and illustrator content every single day of the festival, including me here, and you can see the full program on their site. And it really is, going to this site and celebrating Empathy Day is a perfect opportunity really for children and young people to learn more about empathy, and not only learn about it but put it into action. Not just schools and bookshops and libraries though. There's a free family pack, a brand new free family pack of ideas and activities that you guys can do at home. So feel free to download that also from the website. And as ever, we are challenging everybody. We've got an empathy challenge. So we are challenging everybody to boost their empathy superpower by taking part in our empathy challenge. Again, you can see that on the website, and if you have a look for the empathy challenge, you'll find, I think it's 9 creative and really fun empathy boosting activities, and they're separated into the headlines: read, connect and act. And these have been designed to develop key empathy skills such as active listening, very, very important. If you can't be empathetic unless you listen to people, right? Perspective taking, which is what we've been talking about. We're looking at why they are feeling the way they are feeling. Naming and sharing emotions, a bit like we've done today with these emotions that we've drawn. And social action too. So there you go. I want to see your drawings. So will you share them, please? That would be great. Get a grown-up to take a picture of your drawings and then share them using, well, not just my hashtag actually. We're going to use these hashtags. So Draw with Rob and Empathy Day Festival. And also, can you tag Empathy Day UK at Empathy Day UK on the social medias too? And that way we'll get to see your lovely drawings. Drawing your emotions or drawing your characters' emotions. Right, that's it. I hope you've had fun drawing along with me today. I've really enjoyed showing you how to draw these emotions here. Don't forget to send me your pictures. In the meantime, guys, keep those pencils sharpened, keep on drawing, keep on reading, keep on listening to other people. Be kind, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye, everyone. It's Rob here, and I'm just popping up at the end of your video to tell you about this, the brand new Draw with Rob activity book. And this is a very, very tasty one because it's called Fantastic Food, and it's absolutely jam-packed full of deliciously cute characters. So what will you find inside? Well, we have lots of puzzle pages like these ones that you can see here. We have pages where I've started drawings off and you guys have to finish those drawings. We have colouring pages, lots of colouring for you to do. We even have some very cool bookmarks that you can colour in and cut out and then use when you're reading. And of course, we have loads of draw-alongs. Just look at these ones. Super cute, super delicious, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing these. Now listen, I'm super proud of this book. I really can't wait for you guys to get your teeth into it. And don't forget to send me any pictures you do based on the characters you find in this book. Right, you've had enough of me now. I'm going to let you get on with your day. You can pick this book up from wherever books are sold, and I really, really hope you enjoy it. See you soon.